Boston, so let's have some lobster rolls. Yeah, some nice architecture there. Regina Pizza. Beautiful pepperoni pizza. Yeah, these are some really old gravestones. You can see the church right here, the spire up there. The signal lanterns of Paul Revere displayed in the steeple of this church. Continuing to follow the Freedom Trail. Infamous Boston Tea Party, Boston Harbor. Statue to Tony DeMarco. One classic, please. Let's give it a try. Hey guys, Montreal Mike here. This week we're changing things up on a little trip to Boston. I'm in the North End, which is also known as Boston's Little Italy. And plan is to eat some great food, check out the sights, and just have a great time. Lots of Italian shops, restaurants. So you can see we're about to enter the North End. Got some Italian flags there. It's a pretty old neighborhood. We're gonna make a first stop here. We're in Boston, so let's have some lobster rolls. Heard Neptune Oyster is supposed to have some pretty good lobster rolls. So that's the plan. Let's try this out. It's right here, Neptune Oyster. So there's a line up there, but apparently it's worth the wait. We got our lobster roll. So some huge chunks of lobster here with some butter, some good old fries. Looks delicious. Let's dig in and try. Okay. Really good. Really, really good. Huge chunks of lobster. Very delicious. Some fries. Could be a bit crispier, but pretty good. The lobster, though, is A1. Really nice, meaty, big chunks. Delicious. Maybe could use a bit more butter, but I'm here for the lobster mainly. Let's continue on our journey in the North End. So as you can see, they have lobster rolls in lots of places. The lobster roll I had was really good. Definitely recommend, as I said. Could have had a bit more butter, but overall it was pretty good. A little steep, but definitely lots of big chunks of lobster. All right, I mean, still lots more food to try here. Definitely gonna check out the pizza here and some other stuff, but maybe let's check some sights out. An old school Coca-Cola sign up there. A bakery over there. Actually, here it's really good. That's Bevo's, I believe. We'll probably check it out. Some great pastries over there. We'll try to check it out. We'll stop here on the way back. So that girl actually saying that Mike's pastry and modern pastry apparently is better. I guess maybe for cannoli. I don't know. I think I've had Mike's pastry a few years back. Thought it was all right. I had heard that this place was good. I think I'll still give it a shot and see. Yeah. All right. So yeah, just getting lost here in Boston's North End. Of course, home of the Boston Bruins. Yeah, we're Habs all the way, but you know, we're in Boston, so we'll stay quiet. Yeah, some nice architecture there. Definitely some old houses. Oh, so over there, that is actually the famous Regina Pizza. This is probably the most famous pizza place in Boston. I don't know if it's the oldest. I know it's pretty old. Believe 1920s. And yeah, last time I was in Boston, maybe 6 years ago, had the pizza here. It was really good. So you know what? This is impromptu. Definitely did not think that I would find it right now. Just sort of stumbled on it, but let's go there. Serendipity, getting great pizza. All right, Regina Pizza. So it looks like a great place. Hey there, sir. Could I have some pizza, please? Maybe I'll grab two just slices.
Two slices? For slices, I have just cheese or pepperoni.
Let's do one of each, please. Thank you, sir. I got my two Regina Pizza slices. Sorry. Cheers. Yeah. So, got the two boxes right here. And if I remember correctly, this, as I said, last time I was in Boston was a while ago, at 6 years ago. But if I remember correctly, there is a quiet little park right around the corner where I could eat these. So yeah, let's try to find that. This looks a little sketchy here. I don't know if, I mean, not sketchy. Just not sure if this is where the park is. But I guess it's got its North End Boston charm. Seems to be coming, we seem to be coming up here on Lafayette Street. All right, well, look at that. Memory's not too bad, huh? Park right up here. Got the American flag. Lots of deco here. It's actually, we're just past Memorial Day weekend, so lots of patriotic decorations here. So yeah, let's see what we got here. So we opened up here with the cheese slice. We'll try that first. Looks pretty good. Let's dig in. Okay, all right. I mean, a little floppy here, but let's give it a try. Char under looks decent. Ooh, really hot. Okay. Tastes pretty good. Good cheese. Good sauce. All right, tastes really good. I do like it a little firmer on the bottom. But overall, decent slice. Crust is really crunchy. Yeah, crust is really crunchy, real good. Pizza tastes really nice. If I could just have it a little crispier on the bottom, honestly, would be perfect cheese slice. Real good pizza. Keep in mind, I just ate an entire lobster roll, and yeah, this is This is delicious. Very, very good pizza. Starting to think if I should have taken that pepperoni pizza. Starting to be a little full, but you know, I think it's always nice to try a few different slices just to kind of get an idea. All right, look at that. Look at that beautiful pepperoni pizza. Nice char here. Again, a little floppier than I like it. But let's give it a taste. And a little greasy here. The cheese one wasn't as greasy. Let's try. Pepperoni's nice. Got a little spice. A bit of maybe fennel. Yeah, I don't know. Not sure if that's from the sauce or the pepperoni. But pretty good. I really like the spice on the pepperoni. I still think I prefer the cheese one. If you're in North Boston, definitely Regina Pizzeria. Especially the cheese pizza. Absolutely, go for it. Just noticed here, says it right on the box. So since 1926. So this place is literally 98 years old. They must be doing something right. Like I said, pizza is, the cheese pizza especially, delicious. Good job, Regina Pizzeria. Keep on doing this. So I always say, go and support your local institutions. These places that have been around for a while, if you're not supporting them, if you're not going there, they're just going to close down. Done with the pizza, super delicious. And now let's continue checking out the North End. Yeah, you know what? Let's go up there. Let's swing up there, see what we got. Streets, as you can see, are super narrow here. Cars barely passing by next to parked cars. So that's an old neighborhood. But it's nice, you know? It's nice when you still have some of those old neighborhoods, keeping the, you know, the feeling of the city, not having a bunch of just new condos all over the place. Yeah, you know, it's got that authentic feel to it. Going uphill here, getting my steps in. Actually, yesterday, we arrived in Boston the night before, and yesterday, we're just walking around, didn't actually get to the North End. We're just hanging out with some friends. We actually ended up clocking 21 kilometers in the city. So that's about half a marathon there. So yeah, didn't eat as much as today though. So I guess we're gonna have to try to beat that 21K to stay nice and fit when we come back to Montreal here. Okay, what is this? So, looks like a cemetery. Okay, so here we got, so this is actually part of the Freedom Trail. So for those of you who don't know, Boston's got this really cool thing where in the historic areas, right on the ground, right on the street, on the pavement where people are walking, they got this reddish brick laid out. And what this is it's basically the Freedom Trail. So if you just follow these red bricks, it actually will take you along many landmarks in the city. So pretty cool. Basically, you don't really need a guide. You just walk along, follow the red bricks. And so here seem to be at one of those sites. See, it's part of the Freedom Trail. So this is Copp's Hill Burying Ground. So yeah, yes, it is a cemetery. So yeah, let's check it out. This burial ground is from the 1600s. Pretty old. Yeah, like look at those gravestones. You know, they were, I guess, much thinner back then. Yeah. Just take a tour. So here we have somebody died in 1798, 1792. Yeah, these are some really old gravestones. I think it's pretty great that they're actually keeping this, you know, piece of history. I'm sure the descendants of some of these people still living in Boston can come here, pay their respects. See, some of the stones haven't been as resistant to time as others. And right there, I believe it's the North End Church. I think it's one of the oldest churches in Boston that's still actually functioning as a church. So, oh, and look at that. So you can see we're coming right up to the water here. So I think what we'll do is we'll go check out the church and then go down on one of those streets to what seems to be a marina. Look at that. Just came up here and we can see the church right here, the spire up there. It's beautiful, beautiful white. So red brick bottom, and then the top, that pristine white. Let's have a look and see what we can learn about that church. If you guys can read up there. So the signal lanterns of Paul Revere displayed in the steeple of this church, April 18, I want to say, 1775, warned the country of the march of the British troops to Lexington and Concord. So this is a super important place in the American Revolution, right? So Paul Revere is the famous man that warned the colonialists of the British arriving so that they could be ready and fight the war and eventually win the war. So he's a great American hero, and well, apparently he did some of that displaying in this steeple. So this church, he actually lit the signal of the lantern in this church. So yeah, Christ Church 1723. This is, let's have a read here. Yeah, so they basically got the same sign here. You can see it's way older. Actually, you can see placed by City of Boston at the bottom there, 1924. So this sign is actually 100 years old. Not sure the top one, if it's older or not. And then here you can see the Episcopal Church welcomes you, Christ Church in Boston, established 1723. So that church is 301 years old this year. That is very impressive. That is an old church. Looks like we need tickets beyond this point. I think today we're probably not going to go in. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go in today. Have a few spots I wanted to see and then to actually head back. It's not expensive. It's $5 to enter. Yeah, I think we'll just move along though. But yeah, look at that. Look at that old brick building. All right, here we can have a sneak peek here. We can have a sneak peek into the church. We got some flags there, some old Union flags. Yeah, really nice old 300-year-old church. Great that they're preserving this. I think that's one great thing about the Boston is they're really preserving their old monuments and buildings. It's just so nice to walk through here and just literally in some of these neighborhoods, every corner you can look at is some piece of history. So really interesting. Oh, and look at that. So here you can see we're continuing, actually, looks like we're continuing along the Freedom Trail. Again, really nice little feature here in Boston. And ooh, it's nice, feels a bit cooler here in the shade under the trees. And we're coming up on a little fountain here. And back right there in front, I believe that is the statue to Paul Revere. But let's check it out. I've been known to be wrong. Very impressive. Very impressive statue here. Man on his horse. Let's see, was I right? Was I right? Yes, Paul Revere. We'll let people take pictures. Yeah, you can see that beautiful statue there. Paul Revere on his horse. He, of course, the legend goes that he did his night ride to alert the colonists of the British coming. I don't know to what extent that story is absolutely factual, if it's part fact, part legend, but definitely an American hero and a really important person in the history of the American Revolution. Actually, I saw the other day that even though he's known to have done this ride, he actually did have a real day job, not just being a hero. He was apparently a silversmith, and I think they actually have Paul Revere's house somewhere in the north end that's actually been preserved. I think it's actually his great grandson that bought the house and then turned it into a museum. And apparently, you can see some of the silver work that Paul Revere did there. So you can see we're continuing to follow the Freedom Trail here. We are coming up to the marina here. So this is Commercial Street. I guess makes sense that it would run right along the water. Oh, and look at that. So this is actually the U.S. Coast Guard base in Boston. Okay, so that's a Coast Guard ship over there. So we are... Cheers. So I don't know if I'll keep that bit that just happened in here, but I almost smashed my camera. But I'm honestly really impressed with my ninja skills today. I'm really on point. But yeah, so obviously we're not allowed to go through that entrance. That's a U.S. Coast Guard only entrance. But I think maybe on the next street we'll be able to go down and check out the marina, the Boston Harbor, really. You know, Boston Harbor obviously is famous for its maybe infamous Boston Tea Party, right? The Tea Party that I guess was at least one of the things that sparked the American Revolution, right? The colonists saying Well, if we don't get to decide on anything, then why the heck are we paying taxes to the king and dumping that tea into the Boston Harbor, right? The tea was getting taxed. And so that was a sign of protest. And yeah, that's one of the, I guess, events. Maybe not the main event, but maybe one of the memorable ones, at least in the folklore of the American Revolution, that basically sparked the entire thing. So I think here we can actually come down to the harbor. I can see the water. Over there you can see the Coast Guard boats. And in the back, a sailboat is passing through. And look at that, that's beautiful. You can just walk along the water. So water right there. We're in the Boston Harbor. Again, just such a beautiful day. There's some newer buildings here, right up on the water. Oh, and look at that sailboat coming right through. Beautiful, beautiful old school sailboat. Ah, beauty. Oh, and the flowers here, they're actually smelling amazing. Just passing here, getting whiff of those flowers. Really nice smell. Absolutely beautiful. I really love Boston. I was trying to think actually, how many times have I been to Boston? I think I've easily been here 7 times. As I said, I haven't been here in a while, probably 5. Last time I was here was probably 2019. So that's 5 years ago. 5 years ago, and this beautiful city, beautiful. So over there you see we've got an airplane taking off from, I believe that's, what is the airport called here? Starts with an L. Can't think of the name right now. Logan Airport. So just across the water here is where the airport is. So we see that plane taking off, and we have a plane over there that's probably about to land. And we have some sailboats over there. Sails down. Look at that, just a beautiful day. Another sailboat coming right through there. Getting the beautiful breeze here. I love this. This is amazing. Such a beautiful city. And we got a little boat here, probably some tourists checking out the sights. Now bigger boats as well. Maybe I think you can go whale watching on one of those. All right, guys, so I think we're going to come back away from the water here. So just last quick look here at the Boston Harbor. We came away from the Boston Harbor, and I believe that we are still in the north end, even though we walked a little bit away from where we were at Regina Pizzeria, and also that cemetery. Okay, so right up here coming up is Hanover Street, and yeah, Hanover Street I think is one of the main streets, at least one of the main commercial streets right now here in the north end. A little noisy here, but yeah, I think that's where some of those Italian pastry shops, the Mike's, the modern pastry, I believe that's where they're at. Still debating which place we should get cannolis at. My buddies did not actually join me today, and I was thinking that it would be nice to bring them some cannoli back. I have no idea if they like cannoli. If they don't, I guess I'll eat all their portions. But yeah, I'm not sure where should we get cannoli. I mean, I was really thinking of getting it at that I believe Bova place. And just as I was passing by, right, we were passing by, and then that tour guide lady telling people that it's not as good as Mike's and modern pastry. Maybe I should ask people around. Maybe I should ask people around here where I should get my cannoli. I mean, the residents of North, the North End, they probably have a good idea where the best cannoli are at. Just walking here, not necessarily knowing exactly where we're going, but I think that's the nice thing when you know kind of a controlled getting lost in a city, and then just finding some things that maybe you didn't expect to find. Maybe like this nice red door. Where is the, I mean, really any of the places that we pass by, just to kind of reorient myself. And being in the US, I didn't actually get a data plan for here, so I'm doing this old school. You know, no internet. I might debating if I should ask somebody or figure it out. I like figuring it out. Look at that. Another nice looking historic building. Probably important because other people seem to be taking photos of it. Wonder what it is. We're gonna check it out. Just gonna cross the street right here. Oh, look at that. Yeah, so yeah, you know what? I think we're right on the edge. I think we're right on the edge of the north end. Look at that, because here we're seeing the downtown area. Or I'm not sure if, to be honest, I should check it out. I'm not sure if here in Boston they call it downtown, or maybe they call it business district. Yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, that's that's definitely the business district. I know we in Montreal tend to just call it downtown. So yeah, let's check this out. What is this? North Bennett Street School South Building. Okay. So this is a school. Okay. It's a school, okay. Very fancy looking school. Oh, it's a trade school. Okay. Do you know how old it is? I mean, it looks pretty. 1880. Oh, not this building. Oh, so but is the building older than the school? Okay. Oh, really? Okay, cool. Cheers, folks. All right, so got to talk to some locals here. Oh, you know what? Let's ask them. Hey, since you guys seem to be in the know, where should I get cannoli? Yeah? Okay. What about Bevo or whatever? Some like. It's okay, but not as good as the other two? I mean, I looked it up and it was like everyone says Mike's Pastry are modern, but then that one they were saying like that it was kind of sort of good, but maybe people like it was kind of flying under the radar. So.
Here's what you do.
That's right. That's right. Yes. Yes. That's right. That's right. You don't like cannoli? Well, this was somewhat helpful. Cool, guys. Ciao. All right, so, I mean, we did ask the locals, Not sure that really helped. I mean, the place, nobody seems to mention the place that I wanted to go to. Now, should I be a contrarian, which I think is what I tend to do, and go for the place that nobody said to go to? Wow. Now, this is great. Look at that. When you get lost, it pays off. Check this out. We just stumbled on the statue of the flame and fury of Fleet Street, Tony DeMarco. So look at that. Undisputed welterweight champion of the world. KO Johnny Saxton, April 1st, 1955, at the Boston Garden. He was born on Fleet Street in Boston's North End. So he is a product of the North End. He fought 8 world champions. Look at that. Wow. This is amazing. Great. Very nice. Great job, North End, Boston, honoring your champions. Really awesome statue here. I'll be honest, I did not know this boxer. Probably look him up when I get home. I think the only Italian-American boxer I know is Rocky Marciano, of course. Probably one of the most famous and decorated boxers of all time. But yeah, this is a statue to Tony DeMarco. Great stuff. So I'm glad that we wanted to check out that building that turned out to be a trade school, and we got some suggestions from the local people that might not helped, but we saw the statue of Tony DeMarco. So I would say great success. Now this is, oh, we're actually back on Hanover Street. So you know what? I think Hanover Street might be, we might have actually sort of walked, yeah, you know what? I walked past Hanover Street not realizing that I had walked past it, you know, when we entered the North End, Little Italy. And look at that, we're back here on the Freedom Trail. So it's really popping up everywhere. And look at that, I believe this might be Salem Street, because I think that's that huge Italian flag there. Let's see, that is Salem Street. Bingo. So here, we're just passing by again, Neptune Oyster again. You know what? I'm gonna try it. We'll try Bevo Cannolo, and if we like it, I'll grab some for my friends, and if not, I'll go to the next place and try another one. I think we have a plan. I think it's the next corner. Let's see. This is, I'm sorry, I was mastering the name. This is Bova's Bakery. All right, let's try it out. All right, so look at that. We have some great assortment of Italian desserts. Looks like some tiramisu right there. Great little selection here of, I guess, some Italian cookies. Some bread over there. All right, and we are here for the cannoli. So, my God, even a big selection of cannoli as well. What do we pick? Then can I just have one classic, please? Let's try our first Boston cannoli. So, looks great. Filling inside, so I went with the classic. They said the ricotta was pretty sweet, so I decided not to get on top of that chocolate chips and shell that's sweet as well. So let's give it a try. Very good. Ricotta. It's actually not too sweet. I actually really like it. Very good. Yeah, ricotta just perfectly, just sweetened enough. Not too sweet. Shell's super crispy. Really nice. I'm really leaning towards actually getting over my FOMO and just getting cannoli here for my buddies, and maybe just skipping Mike's and Modern. Is that a sign of maturity? Well, we found some delicious cannoli. Thanks again. Have a good one. Ciao. All right. Well, that was great. So it is currently 4 o'clock. You know what? I mean, this was fun. North End was really awesome. Had some great food. Lobster roll, pizza, cannoli, since I just had the one myself. Probably time to head back. Actually attending a conference this week here in Boston, and have a really interesting speaker in just less than an hour, so I'm gonna try to catch his presentation. No, honestly, really fun time in the North End. Great food, saw some great historical landmarks, the harbor, got the breeze, and just a wonderful day here in the North End. So North End, thank you, grazie for the hospitality. So here we're gonna sign off here in a bit. Just walking by here, some of the other shops in the vicinity. Meat market there. Oh, I hear this Polcari's coffee is really good. You know what? Let me pop in here. This is apparently a really old place. I think it's like from the 30s. Hi there. How are you? Oh. Yeah, so check this out. This is like an old school, one of those like old school stores. Very nice. Look at that, they have the spices there. Really awesome stuff. Huh. Coffee selection there. Some like old school scales there. Pretty cool. So we're getting a mix here. Polcari's coffee. Yeah, apparently it's a bit of an institution here. The guys inside told me place been open since 1932. So pretty old. Pretty old. But yeah, nice really old school vibe. I'm not a coffee drinker, but smelled really nice actually. North End, had a really great time. I mean, definitely would have tried more food and seen a bit more of it. I mean, there's so much to see. Obviously, can't see it all today, but again, if you get a chance, if you're in Boston, I mean, yeah, some kids here, probably an after-school program. But yeah, if you're in Boston, I mean, sure, go do your Harvards, your MITs, your your hop-on, hop-offs. But which, I mean, probably they'll bring you to the north end at some point. I mean, definitely make a stopover. Food's great. You get that old school vibe still. A lot of the buildings, probably some of the original buildings here. People are real nice. Yeah. Again, you have the harbor here. So it's just a great way to spend a morning or an afternoon in Boston. Just amazing. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.